So within this past week, since the last time, well, this last time I live streamed, currently it's the September 28th, but I've been like uploading one video a day off of all the reactions I do on the weekends. But anyway, so I don't know when you'll see this, but within this past week for myself, I've been trying to immerse myself more into Japanese culture. Like I've been listening to a lot of Japanese music, and I've been watching anime that I've already like watched a bunch of times. I've been rewatching those, but without subtitles. And anyway, long story short, my YouTube algorithm has kind of started showing me more Japanese based content. And today we're gonna react to, you know, apparently there is Japan's scariest idols are actually high school girls. And let's check this out. We're gonna be reacting to the YouTube channel Anormie. Excuse me. And so the video is called Japan's Scariest Idols Are High School Girls Atarashi Gakko. So I think I said that right. But yeah, let's find out why Japan's scariest idols are high school girls. Like, nani the fuck?
This is a Japanese idol.
As always, links to the video and links to the channel will both be in the description below. So be sure to check them out. Let's get it.
Group that was formed when they were all in high school. I want you to take a real good look at this picture and tell me, what music do you think they make? But Anormie, that's an easy question.
Probably pop, or let's see, pop, or maybe, I don't know, she looks like she could be rock. Yeah, probably pop or rock. That's about it, right?
There are just 4 innocent high school girls who...
So it's all rock.
Oh no. The kawaii and fierce Mizu, the graceful girl Kanon, the funky singer Rin, and the wild card Suzuka are all 4 friends that make the band group.
個性や自由ではみ出していく。はみ出していく。それが新しい学校のリーダー。
Bro, what the?
This is a group that continues to break Japanese norms and are getting more and more popular after each passing year. Within the group, Rin and Kanon bring genuineness and authenticity, Mizu being the oldest and shortest.
Well, I mean, I'm all for like breaking stereotypes and like breaking the norm and just going against the grain. So personally, you know, shout out to them, you know what I'm saying? It's working for them, right? Or worked for them, but whatever it is, like, I don't see a reason, you know, not to pursue your style, you know what I'm saying, even if it's different, especially in Japan, because apparently like they are mostly afraid of being seen as not normal. They're mostly afraid of being seen as not a part of the group. That's kind of the culture in Japan, and so for them to go against the grain and to go against like the norm, that's what's up. I like that. Good stuff.
Provides the group's structure, while Suzuka, being born and raised on the opposite side of the country, treats every moment like it's her last. You might think that all of Japan is this nice and quiet place.
Or something?
May I introduce to you the Kansai Prefecture. If you already know Atarashi Gakko, you should know that Suzuka might be the odd one out in the group, mainly because she is the only one not born in Tokyo, but rather Osaka, and Osaka people really love to be social. And honestly, this might just be the most intimidating review that I'll ever do on this channel, because
I guess it makes sense that all Japanese people aren't like antisocial, introverted type. Obviously there's going to be some extroverts, but even they would probably still keep to themselves if they were, I guess if they were born in Tokyo. Like they wouldn't be out, you know, not outlandish, but outspoken and stuff like that. But I guess so Osaka people are the type to really run up to you and introduce you or run up to you and introduce themselves to you. I'm guessing. I don't know.
There is a lot to cover with this group, and what you're going to get out of this video is a mere fraction of what this group has been able to achieve since their inception 10 years ago. It's a Japanese group that you never asked for in your life, but when they appear, you simply just can't live without them. Every video or unhinged vlog has something special to offer. They are a group that has slowly built a name for themselves, and the secret to their success is that they are themselves. And what makes Anormie Gakko a very intimidating—
You hear that? The secret to their success is them being themselves. So when I hear that, it makes me wonder why streamers, content creators, YouTubers, all of them, or even, you know, people in Hollywood or rappers and, you know, singers and all that stuff, why do they put on a facade of being someone completely different in order to try to appeal to the mass? Just be yourself. I mean, if they accept you for who you are, it's even better, because then you don't have to worry about your mask slipping and being revealed for who you really are and then losing everything you've gained. Just be yourself. I mean, why not? Nobody wants a carbon copy of what they've seen.
Group is, despite the crackhead energy they showcase, there's a fundamental idea that they preach in their music. They present the idea that you, the person listening, have something special to offer in this world, something that only you can do. And that's an idea Japanese culture really heavily frowns upon. If anyone fears this group, it would be Japanese society, because this is not your normal idol group. This is an idol group with one mission to achieve: to slowly change Japanese society by promoting the freedom to express who you are. This is Japan.
I like that. So that's why it's Japan's scariest idols. I thought it was gonna be like, what, did one of them like commit murder or something? Like, did they just start robbing banks or like, I don't know. Like, I was wondering what it was, but that's why it's Japan's scariest idols, because they're promoting the thought, the mindset to just be yourself and not follow the norm. Just, you know, break free from that type of culture. Yo, shout out to them. I like it.
And most scariest, hilarious, and unhinged musical group, Anormie Gakko.
2015.
When I do more and more research about the group, I am met with their crazy, over-the-top music videos or unhinged vlogs, and I get more and more confused with each video I watch, because you keep asking yourself, how did this all start, or how did this all happen in the first place? I get intimidated by the fact that this group is leagues different compared to your average Japanese female idol group, but it feels like—
Is that background music that he's using? Is that Persona? I feel like it's Persona.
Anormie Gakko is more than just an idol group. There is a meaning much deeper when it comes to their group formation, and in order to understand that meaning,
Persona
we need
4?
to go back 30 years ago. In the 1990s, stretching all the way to the late 2000s, the entire world was facing what I'm going to call a band boom. A lot of the biggest artists at the time were bands that had their core members, and they did what they had to do to be successful. In today's music scene, you don't have to do too much research to find out that individual singers are now prioritized and thrusted into the spotlight. It wasn't uncommon for famous bands at the time, however, to receive that same spotlight. While those types of music groups have seemed to mellow out over the years, Japan found a way to keep the idea of idol groups alive well into the 2020s. But what I want you to think about is the how. How were they able to keep this idol culture alive for so long? Well, I want to present the idea that modern Japanese idol groups have become more business oriented. In Japan, when you only have one—
Oh yeah, it's just like, it's this more— instead of people naturally becoming, you know, or a star, like in Japan, because, you know, here in America, there's a phrase or whatever, like people are just like Hollywood plants, like they're curated and created and specifically made to just all right, go out there, make the type of music that we want you to make, and we're gonna make you a star. but you have to make the music that you want. You have to make the music that we want you to make. So you're essentially our puppet. That's how it is for most, if not all, idol groups in Japan. Or apparently not all, because now there's this Atarashi Gakko group. But that's how Japan usually does it. They create, curate, and then send out this pre-made group of people that will act as they want them to act and perform as the company wants them to perform, and live as a company wants them to live. That's why like a lot of idols and stuff are not allowed to have relationships, like boyfriends or stuff like that, and girlfriends, and things like that. So it's I guess they're going against the norm on that too, maybe.
Spotlight to give. You want to make sure that whoever has that spotlight is the best of the best. And a lot of companies would go out of their way to make their own band groups, sort of almost assembling the Avengers of music members they believe would shine the best under that spotlight, which kind of sucks because while the spots to showcase your talent are very limited, as a result, the idol groups that compete for those spots just grow larger and larger. It doesn't matter if you have the voice of God, that years of experience and education starts to become a major requirement in order to compete. Because of this, idol formations were becoming less and less inspirational. What was sort of lost in translation as music evolved was groups having humble beginnings. When I look at Atarashi Gakko, I'm reminded of those famous rock bands where before they got extremely well known, they were making music in their garage for the hell of it. Just by looking at how they react with each other, you can tell that they're just friends. Atarashi Gakko was formed when they all met in high school, a big reason why their interactions would be more natural compared to a more corporate formed band. Atarashi Gakko is that rare group that prioritizes their friendship first and having fun in order to get the best out of their music production. So you might be finally wondering what kind of music comes out of an innocent group of 4 nice Japanese girls.
I think the fact that they, prioritize having fun and things like that would be better inspiration for their music instead of versus companies saying, all right, we're gonna make a song about this, this, and this, and some of the people in that group, or well, shit, do they even write their own lyrics, or does the company write it for them? The emotions put into that song when being performed or when being recorded aren't gonna be as genuine because they may or may not have had those experiences, and it just goes to being like, all right, well, this is just another factory created content versus having your own experiences with your friends and then talking about it and expressing it through music. That the feeling that you get from that is going to be much more genuine, and people are going to be able to relate to it much more. That's what's up. All right, so let's see what music they actually make. Like I said, it looks like it's going to be rock.
Atarashi Gakko's music is unique in every way. Want to know the history of a Japanese ghost in a school bathroom? They got you covered. Fighting an entire alien in California with just pineapples? Why not? From their very first released song to their most popular one, the only thing that has remained consistent is keeping the topics of the songs inconsistent, except for one idea, and that is the idea of change. You see, Atarashi Gakko believes that the group was formed by destiny itself for just one purpose.
Makes sense.
The representatives of the youth in order to change the current state of Japanese society and the people that live under it. Because Japan was once a place where hard work was viewed by how bright, innovative, and creative you are to sort of grow the country altogether. But today, Japan has become too complacent. The hard work that you do now is judged by how well you can follow orders from your higher-ups. Innovation and creativity was dying in Japan, and Toransei and Tokyo Calling was a direct reference to these beliefs. And the crazy thing about it was Atarashi Gakko had no fear telling it how it was.
個性中ではみ出していく。でそれで青春日本代表ユースオブレプレゼンティティブジャパンみたいな感じの的な
Because of their fearlessness, countries outside of Japan have taken notice, especially a top
put the spotlight on the pineapple
dog record label in the US called 88 Rising. Due to the group's bombastic nature.
Isn't Joji in that group? 88 Rising? I'm pretty sure. Joji, Joji, formerly known as Pink Guy, formerly known as Filthy Frank.
A lot of the record labels that signed Atarashi Gakko before have eventually moved on from the group, because it wasn't until 2021 when Atarashi Gakko found their new home under 88 Rising to be signed under the same record label that have worked with previous music legends like YOASOBI. Rich Brian and Joji is a serious step forward for their careers and is currently making a international splash all over the West as recent as Coachella of 2024. Despite being a group where they formed almost 10 years ago, they are just starting their careers. This isn't your typical idol group where they have to abide to so many rules. Just take a look at the countless vlogs that they have on their YouTube channel. They're pretty much doing whatever they want. They influence each other so much. You take any member out of the group and you don't have Atarashi Gakko anymore. This is not a group that's tied to any rules a traditional Japanese idol group would usually follow. In fact, they're trying to change those rules that restrict freedom, and I'm all for it. As a person who promotes the freedom to express yourself, it can really put a smile on anyone's face.
I still don't know what type of music they do. I'm still guessing that it's rock. But I digress. Anyway, yeah, so if they're trying to change the norm of what's going on in Japan, then shout out to them. And I wish them the best of luck and all the success in the world. You know, because it seems like they're chasing their dreams responsibly. And that's one thing I advocate highly, for everybody to chase their dreams responsibly. You know, do you, if you don't want to be just, you know, another office worker or, you know, just another 9-to-5 pusher, and you have a dream of something you want to do, as long as it's not like murder and stuff like that, then, you know, chase your dreams responsibly. And by responsibly, I mean, like, if your dream to like become an actor, go ahead and take those acting lessons, but make sure you do it like on your days off, or if you have the time, if you've accumulated enough time to take a day off for a certain lesson or for a certain I just lost the word. Oh my god, brain fart. When you come in and, you know, act for the role, and hopefully you get the role, whatever the word I'm looking for, whatever that word is. Hopefully if you can take enough time off for that, then cool. And obviously, you know, because you still need your income in order to be able to do what you need to do on a day-to-day basis and pay your rent and all that other stuff. So, but if you can chase your dreams responsibly, hell yeah, go for it. As long as it's not murder or like trying to infect people, as many people as you can, with like an STD or something like that. Don't do that type of ish, you feel me? But anyway, that was pretty good. So that was Japan's Scariest Idols Are High School Girls by the YouTube channel Anormie. And so as always, link to their video and link to their channel will both be in the description below. So be sure to check it out. You know what it is after that. In case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, evening, and good night. Peace and much love to you.